welcome back to the Podcast Playground. Our newest podcast is The Best Podcast.
Join Jay Carter and Mivita Best on The Best Podcast, where the dynamic duo brings you their insider secrets to everything wonderful. Now Jay and me dive deep into the top 5 everything, from the latest cell phones to affordable wines that won't break the bank.
So tell a friend, you've found the best podcast,
where every recommendation is a gem waiting to be uncovered. Tune in weekly for your dose of excellence.
So if you're running a business or leading a team or really just trying to navigate a high-demand professional life, you absolutely know the grind. It's that eternal kind of soul-crushing tension, right, between needing to do the high-level CEO work, the strategic thinking, the big deals,
right,
and then getting completely buried by all the low-leverage admin work.
That administrative daily grind.
Oh, yeah.
It's the silent killer of growth. We're talking about those repetitive chores, wading through hundreds of emails, the endless back and forth of scheduling. It actively prevents you from spending time where your unique expertise actually matters.
Absolutely. So our mission today is to give you the blueprint for escaping that administrative quicksand. We've done a really deep dive into the source material here, analyzing the best, most practical, and honestly, surprisingly affordable solutions. Everything from these highly specialized human virtual assistant services, or VAs, to the latest really powerful AI tools that are making personal assistants accessible to, well, everyone.
And the key thing we need to stress up front is that this is about more than just, clearing your inbox.
Right.
VAs, whether they're human or automated, are fundamentally about time recovery. They free you up for the important work. They can handle foundational tasks, sure, like calendar and email, but they can also scale up to serious strategic support.
Like what kind of support?
We're talking bookkeeping, social media strategy, content creation, even nuanced market research.
Wow. So we're attacking this from 2 angles. We're going to start with a serious look at the high-tech, low-cost power of specialized AI assistants, because the cost savings here are just stunning.
They really are.
Then we're going to pivot to the other crucial side of the coin, a detailed analysis of the top 5 professional human VA services. Because for some high-stakes executive tasks, sometimes only a highly vetted human professional will do. Let's kick off with that new frontier, specialized AI tools. This is where the cost comparison is truly eye-opening.
Yeah.
We looked at 9 different advanced AI tools, all designed specifically to replace or heavily assist a personal assistant. And if you were to adopt a stack of just the top-performing ones, let's say you subscribe to the pro versions of 2 or 3 of them, you're looking at roughly $160 a month total.
And to put that into perspective, that is a very, very small fraction of the cost of even a part-time human assistant.
It's not even close.
What's so fascinating here is that the technology is no longer trying to build one single general assistant. Instead, you see AI is diversified to conquer these really specific, high-friction areas that are just perfect for automation.
Okay, so let's start with what happens when AI tries to be truly general. We looked at a tool called Augment. You should think this is a kind of ambient AI personal assistant. It's designed to learn and adapt to your workflow across all different apps and platforms you use. But here's the mind-blowing part. Augment learns from your personal content, your entire history, your preferences.
So it's not just generic knowledge.
Not at all.
It's your knowledge. So what that means is you can ask it a question that might involve cross-referencing a note you wrote last month with an email from last week, and, a calendar invite from yesterday.
Exactly. It develops a working memory of your professional life.
And that allows it to give you answers and suggestions that truly feel like it's reading your mind. It's really moving beyond just generic knowledge to true personalized context.
That deep personalization is the key breakthrough. But it does make you realize the new delegation trade-off, right? You're trading some data privacy for these immense efficiency gains.
A necessary trade-off for many people.
For sure. Now, let's move to the most common time sink for basically everyone. Email management. We saw 2 major players here tackling different parts of the problem.
Right. First up is Sandbox. This one tackles the sheer organizational burden. The AI uses machine learning to automatically sort your inbox. It prioritizes the high-leverage emails that need your attention right away.
And then what?
And then it filters the rest into these appropriate low priority folders. For people who haven't spent, weeks dialing in complex custom rules in Gmail, the sources say Sandbox works extremely well right out of the box. It offers immediate peace of mind.
So clearing the clutter is great. But once you find those high-priority emails, you still have to reply. That's where tools like Harpa AI step in. Harpa is a highly rated Chrome extension that specializes in response generation.
And it simplifies that reply process dramatically. You can generate a full, contextually appropriate response in just a couple of clicks. You just select the sentiment you want, the tone, the length.
And the really crucial part is that you can teach it your specific writing style.
Exactly. So the response actually sounds like you. It does this by leveraging these advanced large language models, or LLMs, the tech behind tools like ChatGPT-4 or Claude 3, which gives it huge generative power.
Okay, so our email is organized, our responses are automated. Now we have to tackle the biggest calendar headache. Forget the old days of using a spreadsheet to manage your time blocks.
Yeah, praise forget them.
We're talking about Motion.
Motion is designed to eliminate manual scheduling, time blocking, and that horrible back and forth you need to coordinate meetings.
Especially across time zones.
Oh yeah, it's an automation powerhouse. You just feed it your projects, your tasks, your deadlines, and it takes them, prioritizes them, and then dynamically optimizes your schedule on your calendar all week. Yeah, automatically.
And it's not just jamming tasks into empty slots either. You can set parameters like, okay, I have my highest focus between 9 and 11 a.m., so prioritize deep work then. And Motion makes sure those critical tasks land in your peak focus windows. It treats your time like a fluid resource and just manages it for you.
The only downside noted in the sources is that for very large enterprises, the cost can escalate pretty quickly.
Right. That makes sense.
And finally, we saw a tool that sort of crosses the line from a functional assistant to personal support. It's called Pi, branded as the Confidant.
This one is different. It's not about scheduling or emails. This tool is uniquely empathetic. It's designed to be a friendly, available personal assistant you can just chat with. You can use it to vent after a tough client call, brainstorm ideas, get travel recommendations, or, and the source material really highlighted this, you can even use it as a kind of low-stakes sounding board.
Wow, and it's backed by heavy hitters like NVIDIA and Microsoft, available right in iMessage. That signals a real shift, doesn't it? AI assistants are now filling not just functional gaps, but also providing strategic and even emotional support.
That's the power of AI, instant low-cost automation. But as impressive as those tools are, they still rely on defined data and processes.
Right. When your tasks require true human judgment, high-touch personalization, complex team management, or that specialized industry insight, well, human virtual assistants are still irreplaceable.
That is the perfect transition. Let's shift gears now to the top 5 professional human VA services identified in our sources. These services specialize in providing highly vetted, trained, and managed human expertise that automation just hasn't matched yet.
Not for those high-level executive support tasks. So let's start at the top. Number 1 is MyOutDesk, which was recognized as the best overall virtual assistant service. And that's really due to its extreme versatility and its very stringent professional standards.
MyOutDesk provides professional VAs who are comfortable with all the classic stuff called screening, calendar management. But they also handle really complex deliverables.
Like what?
Think high-quality content creation, graphic design support, detailed paperwork organization, and even comprehensive social media strategy execution. They're really like an integrated team member.
And they specialize deeply. MyOutDesk doesn't just hire generalists. They offer VAs who specialize in over a dozen categories, including real estate, finance, marketing, customer service.
And that's backed by rigorous vetting and background checks, right?
Absolutely. So you're assured you're getting a seasoned professional who is tailored to your sector-specific needs.
Okay, moving to number 2, we have... Okay, relax. This service is positioned as the best general and sort of lifestyle assistant. It focuses heavily on reducing the client's overall stress load, blurring that line between work and home.
Right. The focus here is comprehensive support. So alongside core work tasks like scheduling, research, and making complex calls, they integrate lifestyle help.
The source material noted some really unique services, like they can help clients source and purchase gifts, or even assist with personal job hunting and relocation.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but their pricing structure is interesting, and it requires a clear understanding, so we should slow down here a bit.
Okay.
Relax is sold via credit packages. So an entry-level plan might give you 5 credits. Each credit is generally good for about 30 minutes of focused work.
So you're buying chunks of time defined by the task's complexity, not just raw hours.
Exactly. Though they do offer annual plans for significant savings if you have consistent needs.
That structure works well if your needs are varied but predictable in size. It's a contrast to, say, number 3, Belay, which stands out as the best choice specifically for high-stakes specialists.
Belay is a high-end service. All their assistants are U.S.-based professionals, and they go through this intense vetting process. They don't try to be everything to everyone. They are organized into 4 extremely distinct high-value categories.
Versus the classic VA for typical admin. But then you get into the more strategic roles. Professional social media managers who can handle strategy, content calendars, and data analysis.
Not just posting.
No, not at all. Then there are website specialists for content and design, and maybe most critically, financial specialists who can manage your bookkeeping, payroll, and invoicing with real expertise and accuracy.
So when you need to delegate high-trust financial support, Belay is specifically positioned for that.
Exactly.
Okay, shifting to longevity and guaranteed quality, we have number 4, Time, etc., which was highlighted as the best for experience.
Yeah, the quality bar here is exceptional. To even become an assistant with Time, etc., candidates have to pass a 10-stage evaluation process.
10 stages.
I know. And their assistants boast an average of 12 years of proven business experience. That means when you delegate, you're handing tasks to someone who has probably seen similar business challenges multiple times before.
And their work scope reflects that maturity. They're handling complex email, scheduling, professional content writing, website updates, data entry, even light bookkeeping.
Their transparency is also a huge selling point. The pricing is just straightforwardly based on the number of monthly hours you commit to. Makes budgeting totally predictable.
Love that.
Finally, we land on number 5, Fancy Hands, which is the best service for ad hoc, bite-sized assistance.
This model is perfect for someone who needs casual, regular help without being locked into a big, ongoing contract or retainer.
Right.
You can access their services immediately via text, email, or their mobile apps, which makes them super accessible for urgent or minor needs.
Their pricing is structured around requests instead of credits or hours. A small package might include, say, 3 monthly requests for a very low price, like $18.
And a request could be what?
It could be, find 3 highly rated plumbers in my zip code, or book a dinner reservation for 4 people next Tuesday. It's designed for those quick, defined tasks that you just want off your plate instantly.
So we've covered the lightning-fast automated power of AI and the highly vetted, specialized support of human VAs. Let's synthesize this a bit and put the knowledge into a practical context. Because regardless of which path you choose, the benefits of just making that initial decision to delegate are, well, they're profound.
Oh, absolutely. If we look at the bigger picture, the cost efficiency is just compelling. By hiring remote VAs or using these cloud-based AI tools, you virtually eliminate overhead.
You don't need office space or utilities or equipment.
Nothing. You're paying purely for output, not infrastructure.
And beyond the cost, you gain true specialization. When you delegate properly, you ensure every task is performed continuously by someone or something with core competency in that field. That's the real leverage.
Right. Your specialized content writer is just focused on creating content, not wasting hours trying to troubleshoot your calendar.
Yes.
And fundamentally, this is the proven high-leverage method for avoiding burnout. We talk so much about productivity, but just reducing that daily mental load and stress is the essential foundation for sustained high performance.
Before we move to the final selection advice, let's quickly acknowledge that the market is huge. The source material highlighted a few other elite providers known for specialized niches beyond just the top 5.
Right. For executive-level needs, you often hear about Prialto. They specialize in executive assistant services, and they're known for a really detailed, high-touch onboarding process with dedicated engagement managers.
Okay.
Then there's Boldly, which focuses exclusively on providing highly experienced assistance for complex, senior-level tasks through a subscription model. And WishUp is often the go-to for startups and scaling enterprises because they focus on pre-qualified, trained VAs who can ramp up instantly.
We've given you the landscape, we've shown you the low-cost AI solutions and the high-touch human expertise. But this knowledge is, useless without a clear path forward. So here is the most important piece of advice for you, the listener, when you're finally choosing a service.
This step is non-negotiable, and it's where most people fail at delegation. Before you hire anything, an AI tool or a human service, you must sit down and clearly audit and identify your specific tasks, categorize them, and define the required skills first.
You cannot just hand out vague work and expect professional results.
Never works.
You have to be assured up front that the service or the tool you choose is specifically capable of handling the precise needs you've mapped out. Are you delegating complex strategy where you might need belay? Or is it quick transactional work perfect for fancy hands?
And that clarity is what allows you to choose the right path. The speed and immense affordability of AI for functional tasks like scheduling, or the nuanced judgment and dedicated specialization of human VA companies.
The resources for delegation are now astonishingly abundant, affordable, and highly specialized. I mean, they cover everything from an $18 request package to a dedicated 12-year experienced professional.
The infrastructure and the experts are ready and waiting to take on that daily grind.
So we'll leave you with this provocative thought to consider as you audit your own workflow. Now that you know these diverse and affordable options for delegation are so widely available, is the greatest remaining constraint on your productivity less about external resources and more about your own learned habit, your ability to effectively and comprehensively delegate?
Something to think about.
That's the real constraint to tackle as you map out your highest leverage activities.